Do you ever wish that you could fly? That you could touch the stars, that you could summon 1,000 tacos, that you could lord over an entire kingdom? Do you ever wish that you could kiss that cute character from your favorite niche web series that you literally cannot stop thinking about, to the point where it has become a part of your brand to even people who aren't familiar with the show? Well, me too. And that's why I, Queubee, am what you would call a lucid dreamer. For the majority of my life, I've fortunately had a very big handle on my mental. If I ever seem overconfident in these videos, that's because I low-key am. I am probably the most self-assured person I know, even if some others might think that my self-assuredness is misplaced. However, even I have some desires and secret feelings that I don't fully grasp. So when they manifest into my dreams, thanks to my subconscious, it's pretty disorienting, as all dreams are. So much so that I even wrote a college essay about it. But for how long does this last? Well, like I said, I am a confident person, so let me give you the answer that I feel pretty damn sure about. Not very long. So lucid dreaming, huh? It's a pretty crazy thing when you think about it. I mean, you're in a dream where anything can happen, and suddenly you're aware of it, and now the reins are so well within your grasp. That's like basically saying you could become a god, your very own pocket dimension. It kind of reminds me of a certain other related topic, but we'll probably cover that later. For now, let's keep things simple. For the uninitiated, what is lucid dreaming anyways? Lucid dreaming is basically what it sounds like. You're lucid, that meaning aware of your state in dreaming. However, this doesn't mean you can suddenly control the dream. You absolutely can, but the power isn't totally guaranteed. Because just think about it. If you suddenly became aware of the fact that you're now a god, when you get super excited, well, that's your catch right there. Your mind and body are super connected. And so if you've ever experienced waking up in a cold sweat, right when you're about to die in a nightmare, you can probably imagine that becoming lucid could also have the similar effect of forcing you back awake. It's just that you're not terrified, you're just too excited. But even if you remain in the dream, what if you still lack the control? Well, in that case, that's just really unlucky. It sucks to suck. In my experience, whenever I don't have control, that means I'll eventually lose lucidity completely, and I'll forget about it within a minute. But if you haven't experienced control, keep going and eventually you'll get it. Maybe, probably, hopefully. I mean, I personally have my own technique for lucid dreaming, but you'll have to watch the whole video for that. So, watch the whole dang video. Or skip ahead to the timestamp, I freaking guess. Like, I'm so nice, I'll even put it on screen. But if you're a real fan, then welcome to the Quinn Lucid Dreaming Experience. As I've been lucid dreaming for so long and have had a digital dream diary for about 5 years now, but even then, my lucidity has always existed way beyond that, and I specifically remember a lot of them being OC based when I was super young. I mean, as an ultra-specific example, I remember this one dream being incredibly vivid. It was a ship between my OCs Amanda and Chance, and it took place in their senior year of high school. And the basic rundown was, they were at prom, they ditched it to go get ice cream, they climbed on the rooftop or something, and then they got married. It was a whole preview of their entire lives together, just because they were my OTP at the time. But lately, as I've grown older, my lucid dreams have become more personal. And by that I mean, it's all just been my self-ship. As an avid self-shipper, you can probably guess that whenever I go lucid, my first instinct is to reach into the depths of my mind and grab the most recent fictional character that I've been obsessed with. I mean, at first, it was my Danganronpa OC Ryotoga Saki. A specific dream being set in a medieval kingdom during winter where he entered a house and began cuddling with him. Like, I remember feeling the pressure of his arms around me, and it's so freaky, I won't lie to you, but it was kinda worth it. But anyways, after my Rio era, I got back into, oh god, yandere eyes, go away, gladiator, and Star Force 36. My man. He's been the biggest star of my dreams, pun intended. Like, I don't think any character has been conjured up into my dreams as much as he has. I think our love just transcends reality. It's gotta be that, right? And I could ramble on here about all of my Star Force dreams. But let's just say, we held hands, and yeah, that's pretty scandalous, I know. But whoa, lightning round, what other cool lucid dreams have I had? Because we keep talking about Star Force 36, God knows I won't stop. Let's see, I had a dream I was flying over the Arctic Ocean, and then Chili Panda was there guiding me. Rest in peace, Recreo. I had a dream I was in Minecraft Hunger Games in real life and I was trying super hard to win, and I think Bayesian Canadian killed me. Rest in peace, me. Oh, I also had this funny experience where I was at a train station and I was lucid, but I didn't have control whatsoever. And I was trying so hard to control the dream, but it was just so that I could summon Caesar salad, which I was apparently craving that much. And I focused so much on it that I eventually got distracted and lost lucidity. All for some damn salad, man. But ain't that just the way life goes sometimes? Getting so focused on something that you lose your way? I'm sure a certain group of people could relate to that sentiment a bit. So let's talk about them. Reality shifters. Let's preface this, I don't have any strong opinion about reality shifting. In theory, maybe it's real, I don't know, I'm agnostic, I'm apathetic, I don't know if multiple universes or whatever are real, I don't know, I don't care. Sorry, I don't care. But I do know that dipping your subconscious into a completely different realm, a dream, is real, so that's reality shifting. Then cool. If it's an actual universe, that's cool. But if people say that reality shifting is just lucid dreaming, okay, cool. Like, I feel like the label of it doesn't matter. If shifting is just lucid dreaming, then I'm kind of jealous, because how the hell do you get your lucid dreams that hyper realistic? Guys, I just want Star Force to kiss me without me waking up, guys, play! I briefly covered reality shifting in this video I did with Ron from Camimations. Yeah, you're welcome for the free promo. But I feel like I didn't actually cover my side of it too well, so let's try and get it more in depth this time, even though it's not the main topic of the video. I was a shifting to Hogwarts kind of gal, but it wasn't the Golden Trio era, it was the Marauders era. But it wasn't actually for the Marauders themselves. It was for Professor Queerness Quirrell. I had a thing with him after I watched Harry Potter musical in 2020. I had a really big crush on Brian Rosenthal. Can you blame me? So that extended to Canon Quirrell, who I also got obsessed with after rereading Harry Potter as a whole. And so in my DR, I scripted that he, and I quote, "simps for me platonically," whatever that means. And I don't want to go through my entire script, but if you guys want me to, maybe I will. Regardless though, I never actually shifted. I did have a lot of lucid dreams where I tried to do the method where I make a portal to the DR, which, by the way, is usually the method that many people say is the best one to use, but it never worked for me, which sucked. I lucid dream so easily, so why could I never shift? Explain that, man. Maybe I didn't listen to enough subliminals. But that was just a side tangent. Because again, I never learned how to shift, but lucid dreaming? Now that's something I can do easily. So how can you do it too? Lucid dreaming for me is more natural than a conscious decision I make. I don't usually use subliminals, nor do I do reality checks or even affirmations. I used to, and they did help, but even though I don't do them anymore, lucid dreaming is still pretty instinctual, because for some context, I am an early bird. I wake up at like 5 and I fall back asleep and get up at like 7 to 9. I can't stay asleep that long. But when it comes to lucid dreaming, this is to my advantage, because while I can lucid dream while it's late at night, I usually do it when I wake up super early. Sometimes it's at 3, sometimes it's at 4, sometimes it's at 6, because all that matters is that I wake up early enough to wake my mind up, but I'm still sleepy enough to go right back to sleep. Because while you're in that little bridge between sleeping and the awake, you can turn your thoughts into your dreams. You just gotta carry those thoughts very carefully while walking to the other side of the bridge. So for example, while I'm finishing this script on June 13th, I actually had a lucid dream this morning. I woke up at like 4, used my phone for a bit, which people say you shouldn't do, but it never really mattered to me. I took a piss and I went back to sleep. And while I snoozed and grooved, I thought of, well, Star Force 36, of course. And ta-da! I had a dream of him. He wasn't very clear, but I could tell that he was there. The main story of the dream was that I was in like a school, but I was able to stay conscious enough with the thought of Star Horse that I could summon him, and well, let's just say, we may have brushed shoulders. What was I saying again? Right. So yeah, I don't have a crazy big conclusion to this video, nor can I give you any more tips on lucid dreaming than what I've already said and what's already out there. I would just say, practice keeping yourself calm, don't freak out, and don't fixate too much on the advice people give you. The best thing you can do is just trust yourself and trust your gut. And honestly, with that being said, I still think you should give my method a try, even if you think waking up early sucks. Because honestly, even if you still fail at lucid dreaming, at least you'll still be waking up earlier. What else can I say? I had a dream once that Recreo reunited. Sweet dreams. Okay guys, I promise now, I mean it when I say I'm gonna upload more, okay? This is the Queubee summer season and we're back better than ever. We got an outro, we got fan art, we got a mediocre video script. You know, I actually enjoyed doing this video. We also got a speed paint, man. Ain't that cool? If you like the speed paint, and my OCs, by the way, I was drawing my OC, I'm on Art Fight. Yeah, this whole video was an elaborate scheme to advertise my Art Fight because I haven't gotten any new followers recently. I'm Queubee on Art Fight. Please follow me. Please attack me. You'll get some pretty cool art in response. I lost 20 subscribers while I was gone, but you know what? We don't need you. You hear that? We don't need you. We don't need